Your only Cook County elected official who truly cares about you enough to do something about the problems. All right, that's not fair to say you're only, but we know Maria Pappas is getting it done.
Yes.
And she has news for you Cook County taxpayers who'd like not to have to pay your second installment of Cook County taxes, say, a week before Christmas. Don't expect them to show up in the mail, but Maria Pappas is here to tell you can get them. How are you?
Oh, I'm always good. I'm happy. I get up every morning. I try and do something for someone so I don't get depressed about what's happening in the city, the state, the county, and the country. And I just carry on. Every day I try and do something. I've got somebody who gives me flowers, and every day I take them to a nursing home or to a police station or a fire station. Yeah, I do. You got to get up every morning and do something good for somebody. I was talking to a 96-year-old woman yesterday on my VON show, and I said to her, "Why have you lived so long?" She said, "Because every morning I get up and do things for people." I said, "Well, you know what? I'm going to live to be 200."
Well,
that's a great message. We should all do that.
Yeah, amen. If everybody listening did one good deed today, tomorrow, and the next day, just one deed, just something simple. Anything. Maria Pappas, it's the hula hoop theory in my world. Somebody told me a long time ago, take a hula hoop, put it on the ground in your driveway, stand in it, look around. Everything you see, that's what you fix first. You fix your neighborhood, you fix your block, you fix whatever, and you stop worrying about the larger discourse and making the larger stuff worse. Fix the stuff you can see.
You know what I would do, Steve, if I were mayor? The first thing I would do if I was mayor? I would demand that every grandmother and grandfather in the city of Chicago sign up for a volunteer program where little kids came into their houses and they tutored them and talked to them and helped them and just loved them.
I love that.
That's fantastic.
I love that.
That's the first thing I would do. I would get all the grandmothers up, getting ready for this little kid to come in and talking to this little kid and giving this little kid some advice. This city needs a massive volunteerism program because this city can't be fixed by the government.
Amen to that.
Far gone.
It's another one of your great ideas, and as a fellow grandparent, I love it because these are the futures.
Yeah, I'm a grandparent. You know what? Every time that kid leaves, I get a new lease on life. Think about all the people that are sitting around who could do something wonderful.
Sure.
Anyway, I've got super great news for your listeners.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell us.
So here's the good news. Technology has taken over my office. We are so excited about what we're doing in there. And we aren't waiting for the U.S. Postal Service to get you a bill on November 1st that's payable December 1st. Right now, at this very moment, you can go to cookcountytreasure.com, put in your address, do not put in north, south, east, or west. You're going to see a picture of your house. You scroll down. You're going to print your bill that's available December 1st.
So you can get it. So you can get it today.
You can get it today. You don't have to worry about the post office. You don't have to worry about your mortgage company. You don't have to do anything. And it's got it's an amazing bill. I mean, it tells you everything about who you're paying to.
Which is
what also on that site. And this is just new, on that cookcountytreasure.com site, we put up something really interesting. So if you go to it, there's some little boxes at the top. And I believe that this is a complicated system and that not everybody understands it. Not everybody understands this property tax system. People don't wake up in the morning and say, did I get an exemption? So now at the top of the site, before you hit the little purple box, there is in English, Spanish, Polish, Cantonese, Mandarin, and Arabic, the most used languages in the county, a video telling you this in that language. So how smart is this? Now none of those people are going to come to my office because they can sit in their house, they can punch a button, and they get a 2-minute video that explains this bill to them and explains to them whether or not they've gotten their proper exemption.
Well, that's great. It's great. I mean, I am blown away by your office staff as well, the people you've hired and put to work, because you are actually, as I said, getting it done for Cook County. You say you're going to do something and you get it done. And this is a big deal because people need to know what they owe and have an ability to pay it. to keep the economy moving, to know what you can sell your house for, to know what your tax burden is. It all plays into it.
It does. So I'm going to give you a big scoop.
Okay.
I like you guys, okay?
Okay.
So I hired a gentleman who is a data person. They're called data people. You know, that's like a normal term for somebody who knows how to manage large amounts of data. So go figure. I got 1.8 million pieces of property. Okay. I probably have, I don't know how many billions of pieces of data going back 20 years. So artificial intelligence is out there now. You know, anybody who's like me, who's not thinking artificial intelligence, just isn't thinking. So he came in to interview with me the first day, and he said, "What do you expect from me?" And I said, "You know what? I'll tell you what I expect. I would like within the year for anybody in the world to call from any place in the world to my phone system and be able to get a 20-year history, all this data I have stored, Steve, a 20-year history of their property in 127 languages. Do you think that you could do that?" He said, "You know, that's doable. It might take me a little longer than a year, but I can get it done." And you know what the beauty of this is? I don't have to fire one person. I just have to hire some more programmers can get it done.
Wow.
But think about this.
That's great.
If you're in Argentina and you want to find out what's going on with a piece of property that you own in Cook County, you don't have to go through my phone system. You are just simply going to have to dial a number that we give to people in Spanish, okay? They're going to call this office, and they're going to find out what happened to their property in 2004 and if they got a refund in 2004. Or if they didn't get an exemption last year, the year before, the year before, and the year before. So this is really cutting edge.
It's huge.
That's huge. Are you kidding? And I'm looking now. I've got an ad out for, get this, you learn things. You're never too old to learn. I got an ad out for a Python programmer. When I was growing up, a Python meant something really different.
Of course.
Than that. It goes to show you what happened to me, Cochran. You know what I mean? Now I got an ad out for a Python program where I'm like, what kind of an animal is coming in there? What kind of a reptile going up in Pappas' office? But I got to, they're really hard to find. And you can't hire these guys for under a couple $100,000. But you know what? They come in and they get it done. Everyone's looking for them. So there's other news here. Let me give you the third bit.
Well, stand by 1 second. I'll get you out right after because I know you're busy too. So hold on 1 second. Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas, she's looking for a Python programmer.
Gave her a minute to find one.
That's right, Monty.
I got something really good. Now, so listen to this. So, when that hedge fund, whatever that hedge fund's name was, that came in and, ate up the Tribune and sliced it into pieces. Yeah, I hired away Dardick and Leidy, Hal Dardick and Todd Leidy. So I hired them away. Mm-hmm. So they do these two incredible studies that get international attention. I get invited to go to Spain to speak to 137 countries about these two studies that they did, one on redlining and one on sale and heir. So out of this came new legislation. We actually went to Springfield. Justin Kervin, my policy guy, runs to Springfield and gets implemented what Dardick and Leidy get done. So what did they do? They reduced interest on penalties from 18 to 9% a year. This is huge. This is the biggest thing that's happened in the history of the property tax movement in the last 50 years. So this is going to save late taxpayers around $25 to $35 million in penalties.
Wow.
So you're going to see fewer people on the tax sale list. You're going to see fewer people on the tax sale list. Now let me tell you one other thing, because in 2 weeks, you're going to call me up and you're going to say, Pappas, come back on this show. Mm-hmm. Right now, the research department, and that's Dardick and Leidy, mm-hmm. and they now have 4 full-time researchers working for them. Mapping experts, researchers, USC. I mean, this is an incredible team, okay? Do you know what they're doing? They took this, what we call a file, F-I-L-E. It is the 1.8 million parcels of property, and they're analyzing it. Hal Dardick and Todd Leidy in 2 weeks are going to put out a piece of paper that says, hey, this is what happened to the 1.8 million bills. This is where they went up. This is where they went down. This is where commercial went. This is where the Hispanic neighborhood went. This is where the black neighborhoods went. This is where this happened, that happened, this happened. And you know what? People are going to be like, seriously? This is what happened? And it is just absolute institutional knowledge that allows this to happen.
Well, so also, really the important thing, I want people to get this because you're going to be able, through that work, and of course we want you back to talk about it, trends that are aggravated or alleviated by politicians.
Yeah, get the data.
Yeah, you're going to get the data on what happened to the north side up there where, Pollock and the Daily Herald is. And I'm going to tell you, they are not going to be happy campers.
So
what I'm being told. Yeah.
Well, you're going to come back. You're going to explain even more. But in the meantime, remind them again, how do they get their bills today if they live in Cook County?
Okay, go to cookcountytreasurer.com. There's a little purple box there that says your property tax overview. Punch the box, put in your address, scroll down, punch, boom, boom, my bill shows up on your printer.
Brilliant.
No mail.
Easy.
No mailbox. Okay, and you can immediately pay online if you want to. You can go to Chase Bank and pay, and you can come in the office and pay. And you want to hear something funny? The first weekend that I do this, this is this week, by Monday, 80,000 people will have paid. Every time I do this, 80,000 people. They want to get it over with.
They want to get it over with. And the insanity of the way the billing system had been done prior to you trying to clean it up as best you can from your office is it's cash flow for the county. That they have to go and find the money in other places to pay the bills because they couldn't get their bill act together. Oh, good God. It'll all be in the book. Maria Pappas, thank God you're out there. Keep up the good work. Hold on so Tom can talk to you. All right.
I'll tell you what Dardick and Lady got to say.
All right. Okay? Thank you. That's Maria Pappas, your Cook County Treasurer.
Full of information. I love the technology and innovation.
Yeah.
It's great.
And have you seen Fritz Kagi? Is he still invisible? Is he possibly in here right now?
He's invisible. He's wearing a Halloween costume now.
You may remember. He's going as an invisible man.
Yes.
Yeah. You may remember, Nick, we were wrong. I was wrong when he ran on transparency. It was actually the power to be invisible.
Invisible. Yeah.